praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, and Hawashai, Ba'ashem. This is a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be fine. Title, These People Are in the Matrix for Real. Okay? And I think it was like 25 years since it came out on yesterday, March 20th. And every time I watch, and I went to go see it, man. I went to go see it again, even though I got the movie at home. I wanted to experience it on like a 99 was, it felt like it fat right in 2024. Like you couldn't tell that what year it was just watching that movie because it was so in place for the time we in, man. Okay, and every time I watch that movie, the Matrix, Salaki, I think Esau messing with my stream, but I believe that, man, it was written, or that movie was really made for this time today. When that movie came out, it went right over everybody's head. Everybody thought that that movie was just about dodging bullets and manipulating elements and, all this cool scientific, all this sci-fi shit. But in reality, that was the light part. That was just for entertainment. But that movie was really deep because when he woke up, it represented a womb. When he was all wet and had the holes in him, that represented him being reborn again. But they showed you billions of people that was like literally just like asleep, man. Just like in a trance. And when you look at these people were clearly in a trance, man. Okay? They don't have a clue as to what the hell is going on. Because Morpheus made a comment. He said, these people that you see walking around in the Matrix, these are the very minds of the people that we're trying to save, but they're dangerous because if they're not woken up, then they can be a potential agent. So like these people that you see walking around here, in reality, they're really asleep. And that movie showed a good sign of that because it appeared that these people was alive. They was, functioning. They were just going about their everyday life. But that was the whole point. It was going about their everyday life with no insight as to the real dangers ahead of what was going on. So I think when that movie came out in 1999, I believe that most people, it went right over people's head. Okay, it was to modern day age that movie really started to become understandable, and I encourage all you brothers to go back and watch that movie. And I'm specifically talking about the first one because Matrix Revolutions and Reloaded was okay, but I think the first one really fleshes out the story. The fourth one was just plain garbage because that was just some woke bullshit, and they basically try to undo what they did in the first one. You see what I'm saying? And they wanted to make the woman pretty much one of the main people, which I get it. Neo's supposed to have been like the chosen one, like the Messiah type. Trinity's supposed to have been like the Holy Spirit. Morpheus was supposed to be like more like the prophet, like a John the Baptist type cat. So when Neo woke up out of the Matrix, Morpheus told him, he said, "You've been living in a dream world, Neo." Okay, and he showed him the real world, and the real world that he saw was technically destroyed in a nuclear war with AI, man. And he said it. He said that this is what humanity has gone to with artificial intelligence. And when you look today, AI is like on a whole different level, man. You can literally write up a movie script, or you can type up a paper, or you can look up a whole curriculum just based on AI alone, man. Okay, from sound bites to deep fakes, to the point I'm driving a vehicle right now, and literally what Esau can do, he could take 10 seconds of this video I'm doing, he can replicate my voice and put it into some type of sound bite, and he could come up with the artificial imaging of how I look and made it seem like that I'm saying things that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? AI. And he said that AI in humanity, he said that pretty much brought the end of all humanity, so to speak. So everybody else is just walking around in this big simulation, which this is all the simulation. Because when you look at Jake is completely in the Matrix, man. They don't know what the fuck is going on. And you got some niggas out there that may think they woke, but they don't know what's going on, man. Like, I just got out of this training at work, and I was sitting next to this nigga woman, this black woman, and it was like a little FEMA training thing, like disaster response and shit like that. And I was telling the instructor, I said, well, a lot of people don't trust FEMA when the politics get involved, or when you operating on a state and federal level, because that's when the rounding up and the putting you and quarantining your ass in a camp becomes really relevant. And they couldn't scoff at that. But so I asked a question, I asked a dumb question that I already knew the answer to, But see, I like to see what they gonna tell us. So I said, is it true that in the case of a national emergency, if FEMA's activated on government levels like state and federal, is it possible that you will have to house people in Walmarts, Targets, and baseball stadiums? And she didn't really answer the question because she looked at him like, damn, how the fuck would he know that? She didn't really answer the question, but she did answer it in a way to make it seem like, well, she didn't really answer the question. Go, man. The fuck are you waiting on? She didn't really answer the question in a direct way because she didn't want to give that away, because we know that FEMA does not have the well betterment of the people, especially our people. You see, FEMA, it's best to just really go the other way. Okay, and I'm just telling you that. Go the other way. Okay, we've heard horror stories about Hurricane Katrina and what happened to those people on barges out there, even the time of those hurricanes that hit back in 2017, 2018. A lot of information came out that people being locked on barges, they're getting raped and beat up by these troops. It's a real deal. But long story short, the Jake woman next to me, she said, yeah, that's what Walmart and all this other stuff was created for. In the back of my mind, I'm like you really know, like, you don't know nothing, man. Jake wanted all of a sudden get woke. They watch a couple of YouTube videos and, then they replicate what the prophets are saying, what we've been saying. And all of a sudden, man, the nigga try to talk to you about prepping and being prepared and all this other shit. Like, we was going down the stairs and I was just kind of fucking with her. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what they created for. She was like, well, yeah, I got my emergency, I got my generator, because, the time of the clips they talking about, we ain't gonna have no power. I'm like, look at this fucking Keisha, think she knowing. Like, at the end of the day, you may know that, but you're coming in the wrong mindset because you ain't got a man, okay? You don't believe in Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, and you don't know how the hell Esau gonna bring this thing to you, and you don't have the faith in order to get through it. So you can have all that, you can prep, you can do this and that. At the end of the day, you gonna still get caught in there because, Jake, you just have hearsay information. Okay, you don't know how to really implement these things or these plans through the Holy Spirit because the Spirit is not dealing with you, man. Okay, and this is why when you get the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter, first verse, second verse, it says, gross darkness has covered the people, man. Gross darkness, because these people are in darkness. Like, look at these coolies right here. They're in complete darkness. Okay, and they mindset they came to America to get a great job, to pay the bills, take care of the family, and then they end up being turned out by the local Edomite and Jake woman, and now they becoming hot, hijab head wrap whores, man. Like, it's to the point, like, I'm seeing Hamites, I'm seeing Ishmaelites, I'm even seeing Elamites, mainly Hamites and Elamites coming over here to America being slutted out, man. Here the bitch will have the head wrap on, but yet she got on the tightest leggings. I'm like, this just defeats the purpose. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you have your head covered, but you're not modest anywhere else? Okay? So these people are clearly in the matrix. They don't know what the hell is going on. Okay? I don't think they know it's 9 to 5, go to work, pay taxes, pay bills. And Esau got you where he wants you, man. Okay? Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. So you have us, the prophets, out here declaring the end, okay, before it come to pass, telling you about FEMA, telling you about concentration camps, telling you about the MOTB, about the next disaster, okay, spiritual power, World War III, okay, World War III is pretty much official at this point. As Putin said, he said, look, we have weapons that can target all your systems. We can hit any country in NATO if we wanted to within minutes, okay? Prime example, this is a bimbo. Look at this. This might be a fucking man right here. Yeah, that's a man right there. That's a whole dude right there. But this is the freakism we deal with. That clown is completely in the matrix, man. And you try to tell them different, then they gonna look at you like you bugging out. But yet, that person don't know nothing about nothing outside of cross-dressing. But yet, if you go in and you rebuke that individual, you will get in trouble because you woke. Okay? And that's the thing. That's why they gonna come for us, brothers. Like, I was meditating on that movie, man, last night when I was in the theater watching it. And they came for Neo. Really, they came for Morpheus. When you really look at the movie, they wanted more. Morpheus was the threat. They wanted Neo, but they didn't know. They didn't know that they wanted Neo until they wanted him. Until they realized when Morpheus was sacrificing himself for Neo, they didn't realize Neo was the dude they wanted. They just know that it was some information that was leaked. Jake was waking up. Now we got to put a stop to it, man. That's why Morpheus told Neo, he said, look, he said, He said they underestimated how important you are, because if they knew what I knew, you'd probably already be dead. You see? So when Morpheus got grabbed up, Agent Smith in his mindset was like, well, Morpheus is the threat, which Morpheus was a threat because he was like really like the mediator. He was like the prophet. But Neo was the ultimate threat because he was the one that they were looking for, but he was hiding in plain sight, man. So they gonna come for us, man. Okay, once it's said and done, once all the cameras are off and the political shit is out the window and things shut down, that's when they gonna start knocking on doors looking for the prophets. But that's when the Lord is gonna shield us, man. Okay, because the scriptures say when the enemy should come in as a flood, then Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will lift up a standard against him. So we got to have faith in that standard. Okay, we got to have belief in that standard. And ultimately, keeping Yahweh Bashim Yahushai first, man, because these people, they ain't going to have no covering. Okay, because they're taken by the matrix. Like he said, I'm going to quote it. He said that these same people that you seeing, these are the very souls of the people that we're trying to save. But in our case, we're trying to save Israelites, man. Okay, the men of or the elect of Israel. Okay, we ain't trying to just wake up any 2/3 or any Keisha or any Edomite. We ain't here to wake up and save the other nations, man. Okay, we're here to declare the end, man, and to teach the word and to wake up the hopeful elect. You know, so yeah, man, it's safe to say that these people gonna get caught because you literally still got people, Jake, that believe that 9/11. That some Arabs bought down them damn towers. You still got Jake that believe that. You still got Edomite officials in these lower level governments and municipalities still pushing that 9/11 was started by some goddamn terrorists, man. Okay, they still telling you that the Icky Vicky is the way to go. Okay, and they're keeping you people in the matrix because you people, you don't know. Okay, like they got a big thing now saying that if you get any type of information outside of a government source, then you can't trust that information. But wait a minute. Who give the government credibility? Who give you credibility, and who gives you the authority to say that we got to trust your information? Because just like you say that our information is flawed and fact checked, you the one that's coming up with these ordeals and coming up with the laws behind it. So we could clearly say that your information is fundamentally flawed, man. Okay, and not to be listened to. But since YouTube or BitChute or what do you call the other one, Rumble and Redacted, since these are not quote unquote credible sources, then we can't listen to that. And Esau has put that narrative on these stupid people out here, because when you go to like some of these outreaches, they will say, well, if it doesn't have CDC on it, you don't want to believe it. Man, fuck all that, man. If it has the CDC on it, I don't believe it. Because I know that them people are responsible for the panic, the outcry, and they set up a lot of these platforms or people that oppose what they're saying to spread confusion, man, when in fact they the one that's spewing the fucking misinformation. You know, you got people like Redacted. Yeah, Redacted is set up by these people, but nonetheless, Redacted is giving you some form of truth. But yet you have people that come in and say, well, you can't listen to Redacted because they're not a credible source, when in fact they actually are credible, because they're bringing out information that actual physicians have spoke on, and they're interviewing people that was in these organizations. So you see how they try to mix up the information and how they try to throw people off. But a stupid person will believe everything that this motherfucker Biden say, when the actual reality of it is you should go the other way. When you see any of these talking heads or these mayors or media moguls out there speaking, then technically you don't want to take that source because it ain't for your embetterment, especially if it's not coming from the prophets. Okay, read this precept real quick. Then this is the book of Arise and shine, for thy light is coming, the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. And who is that talking about? The elect. Okay, we have the light, we have the understanding, we have the wisdom and knowledge, and we have the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Verse 2, and it says here, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. That's that matrix, man. Okay, these people are literally in a system that they are blinded by. Okay, because we told them that everything around them was a lie and that their whole life was predicated around a well-generated lie, they will lose their mind. And that's what Neo, when he was waking up and getting the truth, he said, I don't believe it. Then he started bugging out. And he like, let me out, because it was too much. He couldn't deal with fully putting off the old man. So at the end, he had to, at the end of it, he had to die, put off the old man, for him to start believing and seeing what the deal was. Because he believed, but he really he believed, but he wasn't fully convinced yet. So ultimately, he had to be put to death, putting off the old man until he was able to finally see the truth, man. Okay, same thing with Cypher. Cypher, what he did, he didn't want to be woke no more. He said, fuck it, man. I want to go back into the Matrix and I don't want to remember none of this shit. So he sold out, he sold out Morpheus, Neo, and the whole crew because he didn't want to be woke no more, which lets me to know that you got Judas Ghosts among us. Okay, you got Judas Ghosts among us. That's not for the well betterment of the body. So hey, be careful on who you dealing with. Be careful who you let into the camps. Be careful with who you sharing information with, because everybody is not a brother in this thing. And it says here, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And that's the elect, man. Okay. Micah 2:10, arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It should destroy you with the sword destruction. Right. This is why, hey, you Jakes, man, you got to wake up and smell the coffee. All right. Because, hey, this system is a lie. And what if we told you that everybody that's appearing to be woke, like these people walking around, they're really asleep? In the Matrix, they did that shit justice because they showed the tower of billions of people still in the pods. And out of those billions of people, you only had a handful of people that actually woke up. So when Neo woke up, which represents his rebirth, man, he was ejected through the womb. He was reborn. They had to rebuild him, had to rebuild his muscles. He basically had to become a new man, man. But everybody was in a pod. Sleep represents these people out here because they're so in the Matrix, man. They're so invigorated by this fucking world and so fascinated by it to the point they don't see when the next shutdown gonna come. They don't see when martial law is gonna be declared. They don't see that the government has a hit out on these people to get them to take things that's inconvenient for their bodies. So they're through. All right. Sirach 12:10, and it reads here, never trust thy enemy, for it's like an iron rusted, so is his wickedness. That's right, brother. Can't trust these devils, man. You can't trust these devils. You can't trust their information. You can't even trust the 2/3 of our people. You can't trust a lot of these Israelite leaders either, man, because they're not in the right spirit. But hey, Shalom, Akim, how about you, man? Shall I break a thumb to you few brothers out there and you few sisters out there, man, that may watch. But hey, I'm going to end it here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord's will, you were edified. Until the next lesson, hey, I encourage y'all to watch that movie, The Matrix, again. Hey, the more you watch it, the more things become clear. It's a dope-ass movie, man. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with that, Shalom.